All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the Akim pushing this truth around the world. Alright, today I want to get into this woman right here, Naomi Osaka, right? Beats Petra for a second Grand Slam title, 2019 Australian Open highlights. Alright, and this is her second Grand Slam title. Okay, so let's read a little bit about her and get into some precepts. Alright, this is a late article, or an old article rather. September 10, 2018, tennis player Naomi Osaka beat 23 times Grand Slam winner Serena Williams, and I remember that. I remember when that happened. Alright, in the US Open. But the reporting of her victory has shown the spotlight on a worrying disregard for the black excellence that Osaka represents. And of course, this article is coming from an Afrocentric website, right? Where they claim African or African American heritage, and they call themselves black. So let's go ahead and just clear the air on that real quick. Alright, let's not use the term black, and we know why. Because it's a proverb and a byword, it doesn't mean anything good. Alright, so this says black, of the very darkest color, owing to the absence of or complete absorption of light, the opposite of white. Alright, let's keep going down here. Full of gloom or misery, very depressed, tragic, full of anger or hatred. So that's why you don't want to use the term black, and ain't nobody black. Black is a Crayola crayon, so we need to stop with that shit. Alright, okay, but they do bring out a point. You gotta dig through this BS, but you can find truth, even in these articles right here. Alright, Osaka has also been caught at the center of another issue: her nationality and origin. In a world of increasing multiculturalism and pluralism, where the insistence to be one thing and not another, as it should be, is still very much prevalent, right? Because you got to let your yays be yays and nays be nays. There's no such thing as mixed. You are who your father is. Identity has become a huge focus in sports, especially when it involves black players, right? Or Israelite players, alright? Because we cut that word black. Alright, tennis star Osaka was born in Japan. Her mother is Japanese. Her father is from Haiti. So there you go. She's actually a Levite. Alright, and with that, I'm going to read Daniel's 9 and 7. Okay, King James Bible. O Lord, righteousness belongeth unto thee, but unto us confusion of faces, as at this day to the men of Judah and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem and unto all Israel that are near and that are far off. Right? All of Israel, all 12 tribes, all over the world, through all the countries whither thou hast driven them, because of their trespass that they have trespassed against thee. Alright, so today you have a confusion of faces, right? And she's a good, not super great, but good example of that, rocking Osaka, but you can tell right off the bat, hey man, she got a little tan on her, she got that good hair, something's a little off. Let's find out more about her, so she would definitely fall into that category, and this, you give her, or if a male was the same way, a male had a Haitian father or and a Japanese mother, right? And he got with another Japanese woman, that kid would come out looking more so-called Japanese, So yeah, these are a confusion of faces. That's why you got to stay spiritual, right? And you just can't disregard someone with the way that they look. You got to go by their spirit. Alright. She grew up in America in a Haitian household. Okay? In a Haitian household with her grandmother. When asked by a reporter about her identity, she said, my dad is Haitian, right? So, she got a good sense of heritage right here, because she immediately goes to her father. My dad is Haitian, so I grew up in a Haitian household. There it is. So she knows what she is, right? Even though she's going by this, so-called Haitian title or proverb byword that's been given to her, right? She knows that she's not Japanese, right? You know that she's only gotten Japanese characteristics from her mother, but you know she knows that she's Haitian. Okay. Um, I lived with my grandma. My mom is Japanese, and I grew up with the Japanese culture too, right? So I grew up with the Japanese culture as well, but she knows what it is, man. She comes from her old man right here. You know, old bell pepper nose right here. All right. Okay, while a lot has been said about Osaka being the first Japanese woman to win the Grand Slam, no reference has been made to Osaka being the first Haitian to win the Grand Slam. Hardly any headline refers to her as Haitian Japanese, which, you know, this article is right. If you were going by these worldly terms, Haitian Japanese would be more accurate, but they don't even use that, right? You know, the world still hates Israel. And according to the New York Times Magazine, the fact that Osaka represents Japan in the Tennis Federation tournaments is a decision that was made by her father. Alright, so her old man made that decision, which actually, when you're talking about in a worldly sense, is a smart decision, right? Because Israel is a proverb and a byword. We come with negative connotations, so in order for his daughter to be more successful in the limelight, you know, he was like, man, you got to go by Osaka and claim your Japanese heritage, because if you claim me, you know, people might not like that. We're actually for sure 100% they're not going to like that, because they don't like Jake, man. They don't like Israel, right? You know? So let's look up this proverb byword. Well, actually, let's read Deuteronomy 28:37, and it says, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee. Alright, so this was a result, this was a curse put upon us for going off, you know, going off and disobeying the Most High. Okay, so let's look up proverb and byword. Alright, proverb. Definition 2, byword, so they mean the same thing, almost the same thing. Okay, one that is noteworthy or notorious. You know, notorious has negative connotations about it. One that personifies a type. So let's look down here at an example. Yet Russia remains a byword for backwardness and corruption. So when people say Russia, which is a pronoun, a landmass, you know, a land full of Russians, right? It remains a byword. You know, people are using it in place of backwardness or corruption, like they use black in place of ignorance or wickedness. They use Latino, Hispanic, Native American in place of drug dealer, drug smuggler, rapist, murderer. You know, it's a proverb and a byword, right? So her old man knowing better, right, said, yo, you gotta use Osaka and you gotta claim your mother's heritage, yo, right? Or you're gonna catch some flack, when, you know, which is right. You know, in all actuality, he needs to stop shaving his head, grow out his beard, and come back to his nationality. He's a Levite, man. Those were the priests of Israel, right? You know, so that makes her a Levite, and her sister, right? You know, and her mother has some good sense about her getting with the Levite. That's all I know. All right. Also, let's go into this African American mess. All right, because we got to cut that too. Because this website, you know, is an Afrocentric website. So let's go ahead and cut that real quick. All right. The origin of Afro may either come from the Afri, a tribe, possibly Berber, who dwelt in North Africa in the Carthage area, the Greek word Afrik, meaning without cold, or the Latin word aprica, meaning sunny. So you don't descend from any of that, alright? Now this jerk right here, Leo Scipio Africanus Major, right, received his epithet due to his military victories in Africa, right? So you don't descend from this demon either, right, who took that name upon himself. Definitely don't descend from Amerigo Vespucci, right? It came to be termed as the Americas, a name derived from Americus, the Latin version of Vespucci's first name, right? So you don't descend from this demon either, okay? So stop using all them proverbs and bywords, man, and get spiritual when identifying Israelites, okay? With that, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai.